ChatGPT move aside, Perplexity move aside, because Claude just blew the internet with this feature called Skill. You must have heard it, and a lot of people are using it. It's everywhere online. But the question most people are still asking is, how do I actually make use of this skill? And still yet, a lot of persons don't even know what skills are. But then, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because on today's episode of the solo podcast of the Founder's Diary, I will be showing you completely what skills are, where you can get a couple of skills that you need, and how you can actually build your own skill from scratch. But first of all, I want to say welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Emmanuel Umar. I am a serial entrepreneur with a couple of businesses, and also I'm the host of this podcast, The Founder's Diary. So this is me saying, welcome to the show. I'm happy you're there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be part of this community. We have realized that most of our viewers don't really know they're not yet subscribed. So just take a second to just cross-check that for us. Having said that, let's jump into the show. Well, before we start, I want us to go through the question, what is skill? I'm going to try my best to keep this as non-technical as possible, because I know a lot of persons like me who is not technical really need this thing breakdown as easy as possible. So I'm going to do that for you. All right. How do we understand skill? This is how I look at skill. Skill is simply an SOP. Now, what is an SOP? A standard operating procedure. Now, what does that actually mean? Emmanuel, that's still a big word. The thing is, the way you do every particular thing is what we call skill. Let's still push it down a bit, okay? So let's say, for instance, I want to cook my favorite meal. For me, that would be rice. I don't know for you. So how do I get my rice ready? I know I have to wash my rice, put it in the pot, put some water in it, put some salt, boil it for a while, make it a cooked rice. Then I go to making the stew and all of those good stuff. That process of getting the rice ready and the stew, when we list all of the steps I need to take in detail, put it together, that is an SOP. All right. So when you hand these to Claude, is what we call skill. So it's a step-by-step detail of how to perform any certain task. I hope that was easy enough. Good. So what actually happened when you are commanding Claude to do a particular thing is like you're giving it the task and asking it to go ahead and do it. And just like every normal intern, if you bring an intern into your space and you don't give them a detailed document outlining their task and how to do it, they will take a longer time to actually perform a good job. The same thing happens with Claude. But if you have this skill put in place, step by step what they need to do, and you ask them use this skill to do it, it gets done faster and way better. I hope that makes sense. All right. So the next question we want to ask is, how do I actually install Claude? How do I actually install these skills into my Claude system? Well, not to worry. I'm going to be taking you to my system right now. My system is right here. It's going to be showing you exactly how to upload the skills and actually how to make good use of it. Are you ready? Let's jump into it. So the first thing we want to do, I want to use a skill that has been developed by this very good man of mine, Corey Haynes. He developed a pack of 31 skills and I've uploaded them to GitHub, which is another good hack. If you are looking for where to really use skill, go to GitHub and type a particular skill you're looking for. There's definitely an open chance that someone have actually created that skill. All right. So I'm going to just hit this and open it on GitHub and show you exactly what you're looking for. Now, when you go to GitHub with this skill, I want you to look for the file that carries the word skill. Now, when you open any skill file, look for the file that carries the word skill and hit that, and you will see these are all the skills he had actually created and put it out there. These are all marketing skills. For instance, I said, okay, I don't want to put all of them into my Claude account. I just need this one that says code email. So I'm just going to click the code email, and I want you to open the next stage of the file, and I'm looking for this markdown file called skill.md. Hit that open, and then you're going to see the download icon right here, download raw file. You hit that, and it's just going to upload just like that to your file. You have it now in file. The next step is for us to go to Claude AI. But before we move forward, let me break something down. You need to be on a paid plan to actually use this feature if you really want it. But believe me, the $20 paid plan is worth it 10 times and more. Now, let's go back to the show. So I want you to open the sidebar and come to the customization right here. When you hit open customization, you're going to see skills and connector. I want you to go to skill. When you go to skill, if this is the first time you don't know how to do it, or you've never done this before, all of this is not going to be here. These are all skills I have actually uploaded to my Claude AI. This is possibly what you're going to have in yours that normally comes with your Claude account, all right? So how do you upload that skill that you created? The first thing you want to do is to hit the plus icon up there. You can either create with Claude, that's where you create a new one, we'll come to that later, or you write a skill instruction or basically upload it. What we want to do now is to upload it. So we click open the file and we go to download. Now you'll be able to see that skill right there that we downloaded. All we have to do is to hit it and we click open. It's not going to work because I already have that skill in file. That's why it's telling me if I need to replace it, but I will say no. But you get the drift. That's how you get to upload your file. The moment you do that, that will be easy. It will just be uploaded and you can ask Claude to use that skill whenever you want it to use it. All right? Does that make sense? Great. Now, the next question we want to address is how do you now create one yourself? Now, if you want to create one yourself, the same process to this place, you come down here and you click the plus icon and you do create with Claude. So when you click create with Claude, it takes you back to this page. You say, let's create a skill together using your skill creator skill. First, ask me what the skill should do. I don't want you to panic. All you just have to do is to just communicate with Claude, tell it exactly what skill you're trying to create, how you want the skill to perform, all of those good stuff. Just tell it to the AI and it's going to go ahead and take its time, about 10 minutes, and build a detailed Claude skill for you that actually does that task. Now, this is very good if you find a skill you don't trust online, or you want to replicate that skill. Just take the concept and give it to your own Claude, and it will build that skill for you. Does that make sense? Awesome. So when you create that skill, you can now go ahead to use the skill whenever you want to. Yeah, so there you have it. It's not as big as we might think it is. When it comes to building skill, you just ended up building one yourself in a few minutes. How does that feel? So the big thing here is not to learn. It's actually going out there to practice it. So I want to give you an assignment, which is something we always do on the show. Make sure you go in and you try to practice this yourself, because without practice, none of this information makes sense. I hope that sinks in. So we're actually at the end of today's episode. I am so happy you were here. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be the first to receive the next content. There's something I must tell you though. I didn't go ahead to talk about most of the login process because I assume that you might have an account already. But if you haven't, all you need to do is to go to claude.ai/new, create an account and upgrade your account to a paid version, and you're good to go. You just go ahead, install this and start using it. I tell you this, if you start using Claude, you won't be able to stop because it is awesome. I am not sponsored by Claude. I hope to be someday, but I want to tell you this tool is super good. So having said that, we have come to the end of this episode. And if you really want to dive in to learn all of these skills yourself, all the vibe coding stuff, how to build tools and automations using this tool, I am running a 5-day cohort training called the AI Accelerator very soon. You should go ahead and look for the link in the description of this video and be part of it. It's going to be an ongoing cohort. You don't want to miss it because every one of this cohort is going to be better than the previous one. It's a paid cohort, but I'm telling you, it is totally worth it. I will be seeing you inside. Until then, peace out.